everyone. This is Sharon with Antelucky Visions, and this is an energy update for the week of October 14th through October 20th. So we are now moving into the later parts of October, and the pressure is mounting. So you may be feeling this a lot in your life, where we were talking about that forward momentum. That momentum is definitely here. So there's a lot of busyness occurring right now. And as I'm recording this, I've been feeling that as well in my own life, where there's so much to tend to. There's almost like these multi-dimensional lists right now. In other words, layers and layers upon lists of things to tend to. And we're kind of feeling a little stretched in many areas, as though we can't tend to all these different pieces. So we're really trying to find that balance in many areas of tending to all the things and all the communications that are occurring right now. And it's as though the energy is very scattered. It's very much in many directions and getting pulled in all different avenues. And that's just the quality of the intensity right now. And this intensity will be increasing as we move closer to 2020. And as I've spoken about in the previous updates, and just the alignments of 2020 and what will be occurring, that it's kind of like we are in this phase where everything's kind of getting wrung out. When you think of a towel just kind of getting squeezed and all that water is getting wrung out of a wet towel, that's kind of what's happening to us right now, in that we are preparing for this new year and this space of mastery. So anything that may be weighing us down or is imbalanced in any kind of way is getting wrung out from ourselves, from our bodies, from our lives. So we're in this potent passageway right now where this balance, this theme of balance, is really truly coming up. And we are in the theme or the season of Libra, which is all about balance, the sign of the scales, and weighing that balance in our lives. However, this is really coming to a T as we are in the bulk of the Libra season. And so it's showing us areas maybe in our relationships that are imbalanced, areas with sexuality that are imbalanced, and areas with money as well. So all these themes of power and how we interrelate with one another, because all of those areas involve that sense of power and how we are balanced in them. So this could be showing up right now for you in terms of maybe some heated conversations or some power struggles or some issues that are arising in relationships. It could be coming up in the sense of some money issues, or even in the opposite direction. It could be showing up as some conversations that needed to be had that are very coaxing and calming and comforting to something that has been out of balance for some time in terms of money, sex, or an issue in a relationship. And it could also show up as money growth, money expansion, a return to a sense of your own power, creativity, sexuality, or even someone new showing up in your life, kind of sparking something new. So it could kind of go both ways, just depending on where you are imbalanced in your life. So the scales can swing in one direction just depending on what is needed for those particular areas. And if there is an imbalance, there could be a sense of a shift in something as someone new shows up or someone being let go. So this can be a time of welcoming in a new or also releasing something from our lives. So these particular imbalances are showing up as kind of these odd relationship connections right now as well. So conversations may be a little heightened, but also very muddled too. As these truths come to light, there's almost like this ambiguous fog that has been occurring, and conversations feel very weighted but also uncertain at the same time, because these truths are coming to light, but there's like this fog that's hanging around within all of our connections right now. So with that, it's shining a light on discernment with all of these areas of our life. So discerning what we truly want and what we don't want. And that's coming back to our truth, coming back to our authenticity, and really deciding, is this something that I want for my life? And as these truths arise beneath that fog and they emerge, and we can finally see maybe a larger perspective, a higher perspective of something that we have kind of always known, maybe as like a small internal intuitive nudging, but we haven't really taken time to truly look at it in that way. This is a period where it's bringing it up to the forefront, and it's shining a light on the exact truth. It's shining a light on the root of something, a root of an imbalance. And so when we see that, we can then decide, is this something that I want to take with me? Is this something that is still resonating with me? Do I need to make a change here? Do I need to alter something so that I feel like I'm standing more in my truth, in my mastery? So these are good questions to ask yourself right now. Because like I said, as we move towards this period of 2020, next year is a really powerful year of transformation. And I know it has felt like we've just been in this bubble of transformation for many years. 2020 is marking a very pivotal year. So as we're moving towards this greater intense period, as we get closer to 2020, it's almost like we are being wrung out, or we are being milked through a strainer almost, where it's very intense, but it's getting rid of what we don't need. Because when you're straining something out, you are keeping what you need and you are leaving what you don't. So that's what's happening, and it's priming us, it's prepping us for more of our mastery, more of our lighter, more expansive self. And that's really what we are here to do. That's really what we are here on this path for. So hang in there. There could be a lot of anxiety arising at this time. As the energies are amping up, you may find it a little bit harder to find your center, and to also not get swept up in the collective anxiety that's occurring right now. So just remember that it's really important to be mindful of your self-care, not only on a daily basis, but regularly throughout the day. To just kind of do a self-check and to become aware of where your thoughts are going. To just be very mindful of your thoughts, because it's up to you to really navigate how you are feeling in any given moment. And you are your greatest ally, where you can tap in and do a self-check and see, where am I feeling imbalanced? What do I need in this now moment to shift out of this intensity or this moment of anxiety that I'm feeling, and to just do an about face and come back to my breath, come back to the present moment, come back to really what matters, to not get swept up in the power and potency of this forward speed that's occurring, because it can really kind of take a toll on our mind state, on our emotions, and our energy as well. And as we're out in the world, everyone may be feeling that. So everyone may be going through their own personal experience with their own imbalances in their life and their own fast forward speed of what's happening in their lives. So we're kind of surrounded by this, and we're all experiencing it in one way or another, just depending on what's happening for our own path. So with that in mind, it becomes even more necessary to do those self-checks, to come back, to take some time in the morning to really set your day, set your intentions for what you would like for your day. Give yourself some comfort, some love, some peace in that moment. To remember why you are here, to remember what you would like to offer, what would you like to receive. So really creating this platform for your day so that you can be very intentional, but also you're bringing yourself back to that present moment and awareness, and away from that kind of getting swept up in all of this. And then you can also do it when you complete your day as well, to release anything that you may have picked up from anyone. And a good affirmation or something you can say is, I now call upon my higher self, my guides, to release anything that I may have picked up from anyone else, or anything I may have given away to anyone else that is not for my highest good at this time. So saying that at the end of your day, you can set that tone of releasing anything you might have taken on from other people that's not meant for you, and then also calling back parts of yourself that you might have given away, but you didn't exactly mean to give away. Our energies, our focus, our time, or something that we need that may have gotten swept up in an energetic exchange with another person. So having these mindful practices will not only help this month, but also as we get closer to the end of the year. So just reassess what you need particularly, and maybe it's something more physical. Maybe it's adding another exercise routine, or being out in nature a little bit more, or taking some time out just to be by yourself. Instead of being around a lot of people, your family, your children, see if you can step away. Even I know that can be a luxury in today's day and world, but if you do have those moments, just maybe 5 minutes to step away and reassess how you are feeling in your own space, in your own energy, and in your own mind and heart. So if you need additional support at this time, you can always reach out to me at enteleckyvisions.com. I do offer remote sessions by phone, so you can be anywhere in the world, and we can set up a session to look at your personal situation and the support that you need. And I also offer in-person sessions in Arizona. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I thank you for listening.